Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So it's game week 38 transfer targets, the last game week of the season. In today's video, we'll look at the best fixtures for game week 38. Then we'll look at the clean sheet odds and goal projections before showing you my best transfer targets, who I think we should be potentially be buying this game week. Obviously, just because it's the last game week of the season, we'll be looking to buy somebody that we think is going to do really well. We obviously don't need them long term, so whoever you think is going to do best in game week 38, that's probably the guy that you want to buy, because we're all trying to catch up and get as high up as we can in the mini league and also in the rankings. So yeah, get in the comment section in this video and let me know who you're thinking about buying and give me some suggestions if I've not put them on my list. If you're new around here and you haven't hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button. We aim to get 4,000 subscribers. I'm so close to it, around 250 away from it. Thank you everybody that subscribed to my channel this season. I've just had a notification at time of recording that it's been a year since I started my channel. So a year's gone by. I've nearly got 4,000 subscribers, made nearly 200 videos, which is surprising. A lot has changed. I'm now actually recording them all in one take. Before it was about 400 chopped up versions, so hopefully you've seen the improvements. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Hit that like button before we get started. My aim is to get 25 likes on this video, but let's just get into it. So, game week 38 fixtures. Everybody kicks off at 4 o'clock, so we've got a 2:30 deadline on Sunday. So, never really get Sunday deadlines unless it's the end of the season. So yeah, we're all going to be waiting, hoping to get some team news for all these sides, and just be wary that usually on this deadline day that there is a lot of fake people telling you what the lineup is just to try and fool everybody. So just be wary of that you do get some fake accounts making fake news. So just be aware of that anyway. But these are the fixtures and the fixture ticker. So we've got Aston Villa that have got a European final just before game week 38. So that fixture against City, if they do win that European fixture, obviously they won't really care about the game week 38 fixture as much, because they're probably still celebrating, even though they do need to win to try and get into Europe. I think more important is to win the European match, and they'll qualify for Europe due to that. Then after game week 38, we've got Arsenal and Crystal Palace that have got European fixtures. Obviously, Arsenal won't be turning the tensions away because they need to win the league. But if Man City losing game week 38 game week 37 at time of recording, obviously I don't know what happens with the City game in game week 37. But obviously, if City drop points and Arsenal are already crowned champions, then maybe Arsenal give that game week 38 game a bit of a rest. So this transfer targets video will be updated later on in the week when I know what happened and how much importance there is for Man City and Arsenal for the game week 38. But Crystal Palace will probably be looking fully at the European fixture and not taking game week 38 that seriously. They're at home against Arsenal, obviously. Last game at home, they want to try and win, but I think they'll rotate. But at the top, we've got Burnley, who've got Wolves. Both sides are near the top. I don't think we'll be potentially buying either of them just because the consistency from both of those sides throughout the season. West Ham have got a home fixture against Leeds. There's some good players from West Ham that I've handpicked. Arsenal, Man City, obviously. Tottenham, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Brighton, Liverpool, Everton and Leeds. I think they've got something to... Well, not Leeds, but the other teams got something to play for. So I think going for teams like that could be beneficial. Now we've got the clean sheet odds. Arsenal at the top again, 46% chance. Crystal Palace won't probably have a strong lineup, but Crystal Palace could easily score. So don't 100% think that that's a definite clean sheet. But I think they will rest a lot of players, so Crystal Palace might not be that great. Man City, Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, just behind them. If you've got players on the left-hand side, defender, goalkeeper-wise, you're starting them. If you're looking for a defender or goalkeeper, you're probably buying one from the top 6 teams there. West Ham, just because they need to win to not get relegated. Then we got the goal projections. City at the top. They've got Aston Villa. Aston Villa obviously got that European fixture just before. Liverpool just behind them. Arsenal in third. Arsenal got Crystal Palace that might not take it that serious. Liverpool last game at home for Salah. Who knows? Could he be a good differential? And now let's have a look at the transfer to shortlist. So in goal, I've gone with Raya, Kinksey, Hermanison, and Jose Sarr. I don't think personally I'll be going for a goalkeeper if I was using my transfer. I think I'd rather go for the high upside on a defender, midfielder, or forward, just because the chances of clean sheets can just be wiped out, and then you've only got 2 points. At least with a defender, midfielder, or forward, there's a chance they can still score even if they concede. As example, the defenders, and get bonus points. Then into defence, I've gone with Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, O'Reilly, Reece James, Danso, Mavropanos, and Senesi. Gabriel and Lewis Skelly obviously speak for themselves. Just be a little bit wary about Lewis Skelly. Wait until you feel like he's definitely going to start. Zubimendi could start, Calafiori, but I think if he does start, it could be a really good option. Could get a clean sheet and he could play in midfield and get DEFCON points, but also get an attacking return if that's an assist. Then I've gone with O'Reilly, with Aston Villa playing Europe. City will probably need goals. He didn't play in game week 36. I think after game week 37, he will play if they still need to win. Obviously, all depends on that. Then I've gone with Reece James, and I know you're probably looking at me thinking, why are you going with Reece James? Chelsea aren't keeping clean sheets. The last game of the season, I think we'll go for it. And Reece James is one of them where he's now back fit. He could easily get a goal and assist. This is a bit of a differential one if you want to try and climb up the ranks and you want to go a bit different than the norm. Then we've gone with Danso, Mavropanos, and Senesi. The first two, we've got something to play for in Tottenham and West Ham. They need to stay in the league and get a result. Both of them are really good from set pieces. Them two could easily go above Reece James, but I just felt that for a differential Reece James. And then I've gone with the safe Senesi. DEFCON points, bonus points, potential clean sheet. Nottingham Forest haven't got anything to play for. So Senesi could be one that gets another 6-8 points. Then into midfield, I've gone with Semenyo, Saka, Salah, Somerville, Cherky, Gakpo, and Trossard. There was a few players that I wanted to add to this list. A few players like Hinselwood, Gross. But I've gone with this. I put Semenyo first just because he plays further forward than Cherky. I know a lot of managers bought Cherky, but I think Semenyo is the type of one that scores goals, and Cherky is the type that gets assists, and you think more likely there's going to be goals than assists. So I think I'll go with Semenyo just for the more routes of points. Then I've gone with Saka. They need to win. Saka's the main man. Probably be taking penalties if they really need it in the last game of the season. I think he'll want to be the captain that takes the penalty. Then I've gone with Salah. This all depends on your budget and how much you're chasing. He could be a differential. I know he's not been that great this season. You could easily ignore him, but the last game he'll ever play in the Premier League at home, I'm sure he'll want to score and get a bit of a goodbye with a good performance, so I won't put it past him. Obviously, we need to see how he gets on in game week 37. If he gets a good 30 minutes, then I think he will start in game week 38. Then I've gone with Somerville. He needs to win West Ham. So at home against Leeds, who haven't got anything to play for, Somerville could be a decent differential option. Cherky, as I said, Semenyo, I think I favour him. Then I've gone with Gakpo. I think he'll be playing up front with Isaac Ekitike, not fully fit. Could be decent at home against Brentford again. And then I've gone with Trossard. He could have easily gone a bit higher up on the list. I'm just a little bit wary when they've got the Champions League match. Does Martinelli play this one? Not too sure, but it could be a differential again. And then finally for the forwards, I've gone with Haaland, Gyökeres, Bowen, Richarlison, João Pedro, Welbeck, Calvert-Lewin. Haaland speaks for himself. Probably needs to score goals and hope that Arsenal slip up to win the league. Gyökeres, I put him second just because Havertz, I think he'll get some minutes at some point. And away against Crystal Palace isn't as easy as Man City at home against Aston Villa. Then I've gone with Bowen. He could have easily gone above Gyökeres at home against Leeds, where they need to win. Then I've gone Richarlison again. Needs to win to stay in the league at home against Everton. Then I've gone with João Pedro. I know a lot of managers have sold him, but he could easily do well. away against Sunderland, last game of the season. Getting linked to Barcelona at the moment. I'm sure he want to prove what he can do. Then I've gone with Welbeck. United haven't got much to play for. They've still got a good chance of getting goals at home. Last game at home for Brighton. Then I've gone with Calvert-Lewin away against West Ham. This is one where I don't think many will go for him, and I think a lot of managers will still have him. I just think with West Ham needing to score and win, potentially they'll leave some gaps open up at the back. Maybe Calvert-Lewin thrives off that, so it could be a bit of a differential that nobody's looking at because they think Leeds are on the beach. So there we have it for my Game Week 38 transfer targets. Just a quick one on my upcoming videos. So I'll be doing a transfer plans video for Game Week 38 on Tuesday, then a team selection on Friday before the deadline on Sunday, and I'll be doing a transfer targets for the UEFA Champions League on Monday. Then I'll be doing an end of season review on the Tuesday, just going over how I got on. Probably do a live stream to show you how I got on and answer your questions, listen to how you got on, where you ranked. So remember that one. Then I'll be doing a transfer plans video on Wednesday for the UEFA Champions League. And then finally, be doing a team selection video for UEFA Champions League on Friday before the final on the Saturday. Then I'll be doing a deadline stream to finish up for the UEFA Champions League on deadline day for the UEFA Champions League on Saturday. Then I'll be preparing stuff for World Cup content. So if you're playing or plan to play the World Cup Fantasy, hit that subscribe button because I'll be doing that type of content this summer. I did the Club World Cup one in the summer and it was enjoyable because it was a bit short, it was a bit punty. You didn't have to take it too much seriously because it was just such a short turnaround that you just kept transferring and not overthinking things, which is good in fantasy sometimes, so that you don't have so much time to overthink things and make the wrong decision because you keep overthinking it. So yeah, that's my upcoming videos. Thank you everybody that's stuck with me this season. I really appreciate it. I can't believe I've got nearly 4,000 subscribers. Before I started these videos, I couldn't sit in front of a camera and talk for 2 seconds, and here I am waffling on after. I don't even know how long I've been recording for, but yeah, I'm waffling on. Like there's nothing to stop me now. But before I did a sentence and it was stopped and I had to start again and I got really frustrated. So at least I can record it all in one. Obviously, I'm going to try and improve next season. I'll be back again. Taken a lot of experience from doing this, and hopefully next season I'm going to try a few new videos to improve my content. So please do hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button and let me know in the comment section what you want me to do next season for the FPL season, because I'm all ears of trying to improve and do stuff that you really want. So if you want me to do a live stream, I just feel like there's so many people doing live streams that I feel like it'd be a waste of time in FPL just because there's so many. And I think everybody subscribes and follows them that I'll be just talking to myself. So I've not done them for FPL, but if you want me to do them, I could potentially do them the day before the deadline so we can talk about the things before it happens. But yeah, anyway, I'm waffling on. I'll see you for the transfer plans video on Tuesday. Signing off, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.